sorted. She's on leg one of the journey. That exhaust is so fucking low, it's ridiculous. Yeah, you can barely see daylight under it. Here we are then. Civic's on the ramp. We're at RTL Customs with Rob. How you doing, mate? And we're going to investigate this situation with the exhaust and try and find a solution for it. We think we might have found the solution already, to be honest, but it's a bit of fanning about. So you'll be able to see there how low it sits from the bottom of the body there. And that's all just because of angles, mate. This thing was custom made to fit an EK9, and that pipe comes out at a slight downward angle. The manifold also has a slight downward angle, and this is an enormous middle silence. What do we measure that? 28? 28 inches long by 6 inches round. So she's a thick old girl up in there. So plan is, I think, is to make a bit of an incision here, move this box backward slightly, and give us enough space then to put a flexi pipe in here. And that's where this man does his magic with the old TIG. Indeed. And makes the old girl fit. So we'll do a few clips throughout the day, probably just checking in on progress, and with a bit of luck we'll wheel it out of here and it won't touch the ground and we can move it. So that'll be winning. Yeah. So you can see now just how bad the angles were, to have to fucking change the angle on this V-band just to get it all to mate up. It was pretty horrendous. So there we go. Rob's ready to do some choppy. Well, the good news is it's a cylinder, so it can be rotated to our benefit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So the problem we're having right now is this frigging flexi isn't quite straight. It's got a bit of a pissed angle to it. Yeah, it like leans, which can be both good and bad in this situation. Yeah, so you can see there, fucking hell, it tilts to the right quite significantly. So just got to be mindful of that when we bung it back up in the car, really. But yeah, so Rob's cleaned up all that lot there, and that's just going to sit in the top there. Sticky, weld it in, job done. Well, not job done, there's a bit more to do, but that's the premise of our theory right now. Then this back section will get lengthened, shortened or whatever, and welded back on once we're Gucci. Sweet.
That's the bit.
Oh, you've shortened it? Oh, right, sweet. Of course, yeah, because that's what's moved it backwards in the system, isn't it? Yeah. Nice. Bit of spare pipe for you, mate. You can have that for nothing if you want.
Far in, do you want?
I'll bang my head on the ramp here. Look at how much clearance have we got above it? Oh, nice. And it's still the right side of the handbrake cable hole. So that's where it starts to come down, where the brake cables go in. Yeah, I thought we might.
Give ourselves some
fucking nuts, innit, that we got to even have to do that. This is crazy.
in an ideal world.
You'd shorten the runners, wouldn't you, in an ideal world?
Well,
But then you'd fucking fall
kick
on the
up
sub
from
frame.
here, but that's where
Goes 2 to 3, doesn't it?
Yeah. The other thing is as well, this manifold's been designed that way for quite a specific purpose and reason.
Because 3 inches the best.
No, it's not that. It's just this change in diameter here. It's like a two-stroke motorbike. It creates.
Expansion chamber.
Yeah. It creates a bit of extra fucking suction out of here, so it helps. Yeah, so it helps vent it all. So yeah, it does its job. But
Bit of TIG welding on these fucking spring clamps.
mate, that was 280 quid, that manifold.
Yeah.
For the money, it's a lot of work gone into that. Do you know what I mean? And these, I'm told reliably by the Brummies that these megaphones are more suited for high RPM power output.
The straight line stuff.
Yeah. But just giving you a bit extra power on the line up above the ribs.
It works, mate. You know what I mean?
And because I've got the standard EP3 intake manifold, I thought this might help, but we'll see. Probably have to change that anyway.
Yeah.
I will no doubt change the intake at some point, but it's not a priority right now.
Get her in, get her running. 200 brake on one of these is enough if you know how to drive.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Stop K20 and EK is slow. Right, well, you've never driven a car hard in your life.
Everybody, this is Jack.
Oh, fucking tell me.
Jack's very well known for his no bullshit approach and his opinion. But no, you're absolutely right. 200 horse in one of these is enough. 100%. It's fucking rapid.
You've got a diff as well, mate, so you're going to be able to use that 200 all
Oh
the
yeah,
time.
this thing will fucking hook and book out of a corner for sure. Instead of just
If
steering
Danny
yourself
if Danny
clean off the
Watson
road.
Ends up watching this. Ask him about the time my EK4 chopped his charged DP3. Ask him about that.
The little blue one.
Little blue.
That's still about somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah, Dan.
Oh.
Never should have sold him that.
See, that's loads better. Looking at that line now from there is actually been above.
Yeah, above that.
So that is now the lowest point.
Yeah.
Fucking perfect,
I
mate.
mean, ideally,
Perfect.
You know, in an ideal world,
You'd tilt that up
kick
there,
that up from here,
yeah.
but you know, to get it
Because see, you can't just pie cut the shit out of this neither, because it's a tapered tube, isn't it?
yeah.
Mm.
Ideally, you want a bit of an S.
Awkward. But we've come back far enough on here. This is looking pretty Gucci, so we are going to be tapping the shit out of everything, mind you.
It'll be tight once you've got those second hangers.
Is there any sort of like heat-proof isolator in existence? Is that a thing, or am I just dreaming shit? Like some sort of rubber isolator that's heat-proof.
Not really, but what you could do is the only other thing you could do is get it cerakoted in that section. It's proper good heat protection.
Yeah. I'm not so much worried about the heat. It's more the noise of it twatting its face off against the chassis.
Yeah, but once you've on those second mounts, it shouldn't move.
Yeah.
Really have
If it's
have that
moving,
much
then-
movement.
Well, I've got these poly mounts as well, the
You've
poly
got-
hangers.
you've
If
got
it's
enough-
moving from there to there, then it's engine mounts.
You've
You've
got
got more
enough
than
in
exhaust to
there.
worry about.
You've got enough room in there for it to not.
Sweet. Well, I'm happy with that. Mate, that looks so much fucking better already from here. Banging, lads. Now we're talking. So, as per usual, where anything I'm involved in is concerned, the original plan is now being changed again. So, we've got the mid box is actually in quite a nice, happy spot right now, and it's sitting under the car just nicely. We've got, you know, relative amount of clearance around it, as much as you're going to get off a 6-inch diameter freaking tube. But the biggest issue is this fucking manifold. I've hit my head on the ramp again. So this angle from this join here is just not ideal at all. So what the plan is now is to actually cut the manifold there, get a very small, slight, slow, gentle bend there to raise this end up, and then have just a straight go into the flexi, which is going to be a lot more user-friendly in the end, I reckon. Bit more work. We hadn't planned this much work. But hey-ho.
Race car.
Yeah. Such is fucking my life with this car, mate. Nothing is, not one thing, not a single thing on this car has gone to plan whatsoever. So this just add, I'm just going to stick this one on the list of other things that didn't go to plan. It can just sit there with the fucking rest of them. Anyway.
With grey hairs, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. So, well, boys are going to get to smacking this old dude off, and then that sounded pretty dodgy. That anyway. It's a thick girl, 3-inch pipe, mate. Whose idea was that? I should have just got a skinnier exhaust. Problem fucking solved. This is daftness. But we've just had the measurer out, spirit level, the base of the silencer is about an inch lower than the rail here, so it's nowhere near as ridiculous as it was before, so that's a win. So that's the remnants of all the internal pipe from the connections that have been adjusted and modified. That's the megaphone section from the manifold. What's happening now is Rob's going to do a little pie cut section to fit just in this end here, just to kick the angle up. It only needs to be like 10mm on the bottom, 5mm on the top, and then that will give us sufficient angle that end to hopefully have a bit of a straighter shot to the fucking pipe that's sitting under there. We are getting there, slowly but surely. We are getting there. So it's looking pretty good under here now from this end. It's all sitting a lot flatter. And the box only sits like an inch down now, so it's all good. Well, we're getting close now. We think we might have actually cracked it. The angles are all over the fucking place. It goes up and turns a corner a bit as well. We thought we had it right a couple of times, to be honest with you, and then you change your head from one side to the other and it looks bloody different. So if you look from here, not that you can actually see, but this pipe here, it goes upwards, but then it has to turn slightly to the left in order to get a relatively straight join onto the silencer pipe, because this, it doesn't sit in the middle of the tunnel here. So we've had to work around that, but where we're at right now is we've got this lovely section here that Rob's modelling for us. This is, where's the pie? Oh, you put the little pie on the end already. So where we've chopped it, the megaphone off the collector, we've got a little pie on it there, and this is all twisted and weird anyway. So, but we managed to manipulate it to the best of our situation, so it actually turns the corner for us a bit. So, but one interconnecting piece that's going to fill that big fucking gap just there. That's the plan anyway. That's it. I'll just hit my head on the jack again on the ramp about 20th time today. Yeah, right, let's offer it up and see how it looks now. But the angle here now is much less aggressive than what it was earlier. No S-bends required, so it's a much straighter shot to the flexi and into the silencer. So getting there, just a lot of tomfuckery to fiddle it. Yeah, lots of in and outs. Oh dear.
Then we go into the editing.
Yeah, now we'll do the weldings.
Always comforting, isn't it?
Oh look,
when you drop the jack stand
and it stayed there. There we go. So it's under its own weight. It's all tacked up now. So we've got the little pie section in there, and then a link pipe, freshened up V-band, flexi, straight into the back box, middle box. Sorry, the middle box has obviously been moved back. Crikey, it was, what was it? About half a foot we moved it back, or almost a foot. It's a fair old way. So yeah, that's been a bit of a twatty job to do, really. So that's all now tacked up. So I'm going to leave Rob and Jack do the business and finish it all off for us. I've got some shit I need to go and do. So, what, are you finishing him off?
Spreading the sandwich behind you.
No. Just stood there munching.
He's filming up like, you've not eaten your fucking tea, and he's eating a sandwich.
And this is the one without mushrooms, right?
I swear, yeah, indeed.
Oh.
Big banger.
Nice. Breakfast bat for the win. Well, that's it, boys. The end of another episode. Thanks for watching. Just want to say thank you to all the recent new subscribers, man. We've had like 25 new subscribers in the last few weeks, so that's pretty awesome. So thank you for that. If you're not subscribed, you've joined us at a good point, because there's some pretty cool stuff going to be happening over the next few weeks. So hit the button, do the bell thing so you get the notifications and all that jazz. It's lovely. Hit the like as well, because that helps. That helps get us a few extra views and whatnot. Rob did a great job on this car. He absolutely smashed it. That exhaust was a bit of a nightmare. The way the header was sitting and everything, the angles, it was trash. So the boys at RTL done a great job. They've got it all fitting really nice. They've made the custom brackets at the back to take the weight of the system, so that's awesome. Couldn't have asked for more, honestly. It was a really good experience, and it was nice actually to go down and see the guys and spend some time with some different humans that I don't live with, because that was a bit different for how things have been the last year. Anyway, the next video that's going to be coming your way is of the roll cage. The car got moved by JW Motors. Big up Jamie. He moved my car over to Cagecraft, where I went and had a chat with Lee about what I wanted in the car, and we've come up with a bit of a plan for a nice little 4-point track day roll cage to go in the car, and some other little goodies. So that's coming up soon. Keep your eyes peeled for that. That's going to be sick. So after that one, there's a biggie coming. Might be quite a long video, could possibly be 2, because it's going to be like an entire weekend of work to do. So we've got some pretty shit news with the engine, so that all needs addressing, and that will be covered in the video that comes after the roll cage one. So again, thanks for watching, mate. It's been awesome. Catch you on the next one, eh? Cheers.